Hey there folks, Joey D'Angelo's here with the latest episode of Silent Film Saturday. If I look a little exhausted, I've been doing a lot of late night writing, and I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, which I wrote a blog on that. Check it out on my new blog, Movie Nights with Joey D'Angelo's. But anyway, today's episode, I'll be discussing Spite Marriage. Technically Buster Keaton's last silent film, even though it does have some sound effects and a already pre-recorded musical score. As you know, as you may or may not know, it's from the TCM Archives box set, the Buster Keaton collection, and really, this is basically this is after a lot of most of Keaton's iconic movies like The General, Sherlock Jr., Steamboat Bill Jr., all of those movies. This movie, basically, Keaton kind of has an obsession over this stage actress, and he kind of pursues her. She's in love with another actor named Lionel Belmore. I don't think I need to mention what that name is a parody of. He gets married to her, things don't necessarily work out, he kind of rescues her, whoop-de-doo, things go right. I know I sound a little unenthusiastic, but I didn't care for this one. As much as I really loved the cameraman, I kind of was equally bored with this movie. Some notable sequences, really the last sequence where they're on the boat, she kind of gets captured and he's knocking out people with bottles. That's kind of amusing. And Buster Keaton's just fine in general, because he can just carry a movie sometimes with his expressions and such. But overall, this wasn't very funny. There's certain sequences in the film that were actually used in other MGM comedies in the future, in other comedy films. You could find that out on the documentary So Funny It Hurts, which is a documentary included on this set talking about Keaton's MGM years, which is a great documentary. You should totally check that out. That and the cameraman are really the mainstays of this box set. And then there's a scene where he gets on stage and he's a Civil War guy, and there's a whole gag with the beards and such. So, it's not a terrible movie, it's just really boring. Also, it has like I said, it has a pre-recorded soundtrack, which is okay at times. I wish they had an alternate track, they had that track and then they had an original score composed for that. So, yeah, I really sound really bored with this movie, because it really is kind of boring when you come down to it. And interestingly enough, Keaton wanted this to be his first sound film, but MGM said, no, we need the soundstage to do other things. And Keaton's next film, which I'll talk about tomorrow on Silent Links, that film is free and easy. Train of thought with this movie. Free and Easy was his first talkie, and you'll hear my thoughts on that tomorrow. But this film, it has some good gags here and there. Keaton's fine in the movie. It's a short movie. It's only about 75 minutes long. But if you're expecting the cameraman or any of Keaton's earlier works, you won't find it in Spite Marriage. So next time on Silent Film Saturday, I'm going to get into the TCM Archive set for Miss Greta Garbo with Flesh and the Devil. See you guys next week.